Hello, everyone. This is Mr. McMillan. I'm here to work out some of the more problematic questions on the worksheet for the basic triangle properties and theorems. So for a lot of this, I'm just going to have the answer key posted. So like this first page here, the answer key is just going to be posted. You can tell which one each one is. Most people tend to get those rather quickly. So if you need to go back and clarify anything about those, the instructional video is always there for that one. Number 2, determine whether the following lengths will form a triangle. As long as you remember that you take the two smallest sides and add them together. So like here, 7 plus 8, which gives you 15. And then you see if that is larger than your third side. So in this case, 15 is not greater than 15. So this would not be a triangle. Likewise, if you did B, you would take 9 and 18. And when you add those together, it gives you 27. And is 27 greater than 24? Yes. So this is a triangle. Okay. Number 3, all of these problems you wanted to determine the range and to write your answer in the form A is less than X, which is less than B. So what you do is you take your two sides, you take your larger side and subtract your smaller side, and then write less than X, which is less than, and then you do 22 plus 17 in this case. So 22 minus 17 is 5, less than X, which is less than 39, and that would be your range. And you would do that for any of these. So for example, C, 16 minus 16 is less than X, which is less than 16 plus 16. So 0 is less than X, which is less than 32. Number 4, 5, and 6 are all the same type of problem. So they give you a set of side lengths and a set of angle measures, and they ask you to declare which side is opposite each angle. So the key thing here is that the short side is opposite the short angle or the small angle, and the long side is opposite the large angle. Okay, so short goes with short, long goes with long, medium goes with medium. So if we look here, what I like to do if you have something like this, I like to list out the side lengths from least to greatest. So we have 3.4 meters. We have 4.5 meters. Apologies for the phone. And then we have 5.6 meters. So now we look here, 3.4 is our smallest, our shortest side. It's going to have to be opposite our smallest angle. So our three angles are 37, 90, and 53. So 3.4 must be opposite of the 37 degrees. 4.5 is the middle. So it has to be opposite the second smallest, which would be 53 degrees. And 5.6 would have to be opposite the largest, which is 90 degrees. And that's what you would do for 5 and 6 as well. All right. All right, so number 7, using the given triangle, what are the angles listed from greatest to least? All you're doing here is looking at your, doing your sides. Same thing in number 8, or doing your angles, you do your opposite. Number 8, same exact deal. You'll see that there's no triangle here, so you'll have to draw a triangle and label it with the correct measures. So for example, on this one, number 8, you would do RST. This is 42, this is 48, and then you would do your opposite is your largest from the 90 degree angle, the 48 and the 42. So you'd have ST, RS, and then RT. Number 9, you'll do the exact same thing. So in triangle ABC, the measure of angle B is 67 and the measure of angle C is 49. Which statements below are correct? The only thing that's different here is that you're only given 2 measures of the triangle, so you need to find that third one. So you're missing angle A. So the measure of angle A would have to be equal to 180 minus 67 minus 49. And the reason for that is because the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. And when you do that, you should end up with 64 degrees, I believe. Okay. So then you would just pick which one's your longest and which one's your shortest. Number 10 is similar to number 7. Just list the angles from least to greatest. Number 11 is similar to numbers 9, 8. You'll notice here that there is a missing angle on M. So the same thing to find M, 180 minus 65 minus 40. Number 12 is which of the following is a true statement. So it's talking about the angles. So list your angles in some order and then see which one would be true. Okay. Number 13 gives you a triangle with a bunch of side links. So just like the other ones, you'll write out your triangle and label your sides after you label the vertices, and you will find which one is the correct one, and I believe D is the correct one there. All right, number 14. Number 14 gives a lot of people trouble. So given the image below, order the sides in triangle XTM from greatest to least. So we need to find all of the angles for XTM first before we can order our sides. Well, you'll notice the angle B and angle L here are 24 and 76. So if we find this angle here, which we can, we know the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So 180 minus 24 minus 76, which gives us 80 degrees. So this angle here is 80 degrees. Now, if you'll notice, you have 2 intersecting lines on these 2 triangles. Well, these 2 angles here are both in the triangles and they're opposite from one another. So since they're opposite from one another and they're formed by intersecting lines, those are vertical angles. And vertical angles are always congruent. So angle M here is 80 degrees. So since you have 47 and 80 now, you can find angle X to be 180 minus 80 minus 47, which gives you 53 degrees. And now you just determine XTM's side order from greatest to least. So angle M is your greatest and its opposite TX or XT. Then 53 is your next, and that is opposite MT or TM. And the last one is XM or MX. Number 15, Mary is designing a birdhouse with a triangular floor and made these measurements for triangle GHI. HI must be, and then it gives you a set of options. Now on these, what you need to make sure you do is you're looking at a side length here. So you're looking at HI, and this is actually an ordering problem in disguise. So first, we need to figure out all of our angles. So angle G is going to be 180 minus 82 minus 31. And when you do that, you end up with 67. Okay, so this angle is 67. And so now you can order your sides from least to greatest or greatest to least or whatever. So if we look at our smallest side, the 31's our smallest angle, which is opposite the 16. So 16 is our smallest side. Our next smallest angle is 67, which would be X. That's the HI we're looking at. And then 82 is our largest angle, so 28 is our largest side. So now you see which one of these matches up with the answer choices down here, and you can see that X is between 16 and 28, which is C. Number 16, this one trips people up just because of the fact that it says determine which would not form a triangle. So if you say that it would form a triangle, this one does not want that as an answer. It wants the ones that do not form a triangle, which would be the second and last ones. All the other ones do form a triangle. Number 17 and number 18 are very similar. So number 17 wants you to determine the value of x. And so the key thing here is that you want to find the angle that's next to it, or find some way to find it that way. Well, if you look here at the bottom, you have some intersecting lines and you have a 28-degree angle here. Well, this angle here is opposite from that 28, so it's vertical with it. So that means it also equals 28 degrees. Well, if we can figure out this angle here, we can find out what x is. Well, 75 and 28 are two angles in the triangle, and the sum in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So we can take 180 minus 75 minus 28. And that gives us, let's see, I'm just going to make sure here. 77. So this is 77 degrees here. And now to find x, you'll notice that these two angles lie on the same line. So these two angles lie on the same line. That means x is a linear pair with 77 degrees. And remember that linear pairs are supplementary. So since they're supplementary, they have to add up to 180. So x is equal to 180 minus 77, which is 103. And then number 18 is very similar. You'll see here that you want to find both y and x. Well, if we look at y, we see that it's opposite of this 24-degree angle. And so since it's opposite, we know they're vertical because of the intersecting lines. So that means that y is also 24 because it's vertical. Well, we know this one interior angle. We want to find x, which is another interior angle. So if we find this angle, we can determine x using the sum of the triangle, angles in a triangle equal to 180. Well, we have a 168-degree angle here, and you'll notice that this angle here lies on that same line. So that means to find that angle, we have to take 180 and subtract 168, which gives us 12 degrees. So now we have y is 24, this is 12, and we know that the sum in the triangle is 180 degrees. So x would be equal to 180 minus 24 minus 12. So that's 180 minus 36, which is equal to 144. So x is equal to 144 and y is equal to 24. And that's some of the most commonly missed things on this worksheet, as well as kind of a general explanation for the other questions. The rest of the key will be uploaded alongside this video. So make sure you look over, everything, and make sure you're prepared for a test on this shortly. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.